Okay, thanks.
Oh, no.
Why have
Oh
you
my
done
god, I
this
just
to
watched
me?
that happen.
Why have you done this?
Oh god, I won't go down too.
Forsaken me!
Ideally,
I can't believe you've done this.
clip it.
He's still alive!
Get him, Andy. Get him with your dueling sword.
No, I refuse.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving you.
Just watching you run from that boulder.
I'm leaving this town. I'm never looking back. Someone stole my brain burst kill. This makes me mad.
I've been doing it as much as I can.
I must run ahead so that I can press F.
I get a good stack over there.
Oh, I was dead. I did it, boys. Okay, so patch 1.0.25 released for Darktide yesterday, and while it was just a small little balance pass, not a massive infusion of content designed to bring droves of players back, there were still some interesting changes here that I think are worth highlighting. Definitely don't agree with everything that came in the update, and there were some especially weird ones that were not included in the patch notes at all, like the fact that Brutal Momentum is self-refreshing now, meaning once it activates in a horde, you will basically never lose it, which pushes an already S-tier trait even further into God tier. Some of the changes, I'm like, why did you feel the need to buff that? I don't really get it. I don't even know if it was intentional, whatever. Overall, there are some solid improvements in this one and some buffs for classes that definitely did deserve them, namely for the Psyker, who we'll be spotlighting today. On screen now are a list of all the changes specific to the Psykinetic, and a few of them are very impactful in that they'll open up viability for certain builds and staffs that felt like a chore to play before. It wasn't that you couldn't play these kind of builds before, it just wasn't as much fun and probably not as effective either. The big one, of course, is that warp charges now fall off individually instead of all at once, which makes it much easier to maintain those high stacks. Before the patch, if you had warp battery and 6 charges, if you entered an elevator or ran out of things to kill on screen, transitioned from one part of the map to the next, and there wasn't a horde or anything, you could lose all those charges simultaneously, and it felt pretty terrible for every staff in the game except per goddess, which of course has a passive way to generate warp charges because it is technically Soul Blaze. It would essentially force you to constantly loop the brain bursting and babysit your charges for most of the run, to the detriment of everything else, and as we've talked about many times before, that style of play is typically not found to be very enjoyable amongst this community, for good reason. So as a result, if you were not using Flame Staff and working with the passive generation build, you typically would not run Ascendant Blaze in row 30 to light the screen on fire with your ult, which in my opinion is the most fun way to play Psyker. With this change, if there's downtime and nothing to kill on screen, you will still maintain your charges. You'll go from 6 to 5 instead of 6 to 0, so now you have to focus a lot less on brain bursting with Psyker's other builds, and that means you can run weapons like the Trauma Staff, the Void Strike, the Surge, and still use that screen clearing ultimate in row 30, which has lots of roles to play in Damnation. It's one of the things that makes him really good against shooters. You press F, everything on screen dies. Don't get me wrong, Ascendant Blaze has always been really good, but now it's just a lot easier to get value out of it without hyper-focusing on brain bursts or building your entire talent tree around it. Remember that even on Damnation, if you take Warp Battery for the max 6 stacks and press F in front of a big horde of enemies, shooters, dregs, scabs, what have you, most of them are going to burn out. It's really good when all you have to do is press a single button. So expect to see a lot more of that from Psykers. It's fun. There are also a few new interesting breakpoints you can reach on Brain Burst itself, thanks to the new damage boost it received. If you have 4 warp charges, it now only takes 2 Brain Bursts to kill a Bulwark on Damnation, which is pretty juicy. As we know, it can be very hard for melee classes like a Zealot to deal with the Bulwark. Now if you have a Psyker, you just Brain Burst it twice, and even if it's in the middle of a horde of everything else, it is just straight up gonna die. By the same token, you can one-shot Poxhounds on Heresy with 4 warp charges as well. Dogs are very annoying, one-shotting them with Brain Burst is super good. Not gonna be able to do that on Damnation, but a lot of people play Heresy, definitely worth doing on that front. Now, I played Psyker all yesterday and last night, got a bunch of fun games in, and I think from the footage, you can easily see the impact these changes have had. Lots of clutch moments and banter. Let me know what you think of the Psyker changes and the patch overall, and I will see you all in the next one. Enjoy. I need a horde to press F on right now.
You leave me no choice.
How about a bridge of shooters? That's pretty good. And they're all dead. God, that's good.
Her rapey vibes are actually quite endearing.
Put you with my collection.
I love the little sniveling she does when she spawns. The
Yeah.
You're like a little gremlin. Oh!
That was
Speaking
good,
of that,
Andy.
heard you talking shit.
I didn't even hear her. If only I had heard her
God.
snivels first, it would have made it all worth it.
Oh, I missed. I'm dead.
Grim.
Why are we so bad at this?
Fucking dead, Jim.
Tried to shoot it backward because I didn't have stamina to push it, and then I somehow my crosshair was dead on it, but it didn't fucking register a hit, so I guess I just die.
Away from that bastard!
Oh, for God's sake, where's this one now? You got a fat board down there, Indy.
I will show them the meaning of pain.
You're like
Kind
dead
of.
out of consistent dodges, and I'm just like seeing you like in.
Yeah, moving an inch.
Yeah. You can afford to like run into them more than that to get fatter cleaves, because the Poxwalkers have such like slow move swing, like swing timers that they never manage to hit you if you push them. Also, why do you like crouch dodge every time? You don't need to. You don't slide when you're in melee.
My
I'm talking about body, not.
Hey man, you play the game you want to play, and I'll play the game.
Yeah.
I love the style points. It's fun for me.
But like the
Is it
moment your
effective
dodge
in a
transitions into a slide, you stop actually dodging melee hits, so you can get hit.
You know what? You act like you know the code. like you've seen
know
behind
this
the
game.
scenes. Yeah, like you've made mods or something.
I'm done. Armchair.
Backseat gamer? Yeah.
It's back to actually.
Dude, it wasn't as,
Backseat gamer, yeah.
it's not nearly as castrating as when Grim comes on to chat in the middle of one of the streams and goes, I just love watching people aimlessly or endlessly throw their weapon at a bulwark to no avail.
shield.
Mom! Grim made fun of me again!
Alright, let's not die to this one. Yeah.
Rolling the wall! No one here! It's dead! You leave me no choice!
Baby. Adam. Yeet. Is this hunting grounds? Like this game is chill out with these dogs.
I need you right here.
That's right, I'm next to you.
Not that close.
Right here.
They're still burning! Backing up. There's a sniper.
He's to the right, I think. He's right in front of us there.
I got him. I'm pushing to the left right now. Bunch of dragons on me. Jank. They're just jank.
The foul creature is dead.
Let's push for the reses. Just hop off to the left.
Yeah.
Warp you sanctioned. Come on, get going, lad. The beneficent emperor guides your hand.
Oh, I'm so beneficent.
Guide my hand. Oh my god, dude. Good lord. Your character just relieved himself all over me.
My favorite part of playing with Italian is that very mundane things like taking damage will just result in loud exclamations of "Oh my god! What just happened?"
It's
Like,
usually
5 times
because
a
like the
month.
damage is like bursted out of nowhere, and I'm like why did I get that? And I
Oh
know
my
that
god, the
that's
horde of 30 shooters did damage to me. Oh!
I can't concentrate anymore because of you. If you could serenade me with a song of choice.
Another straight out of Compton vibe.
I'm also very jumpy, so that doesn't make things helpful. Worst thing about this game is there's no elf to team kill. Go fuck yourself.
The Poxwalker did damage to my toughness. Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry that I like to get into my games.
I mean, I've said many times I want to...
No, you don't.
You're right. I'm sorry.
See?
My god, he's absolutely right.
You're absolutely right, Derek. At least 3 times this size.
Okay!
That it?
Jones! God damn you! Just unleashed his Sharingan on me, bro.
Shotting gun? Like what?
Like he teleported behind me. Said nothing personnel, kid.
Predictable.
You know what? I gotta go get this guy.
Oh, damn, continue, I guess. I don't recommend taking a nap right now, I tell you.
Oh, I already did. You can't stop me. Dude, nap time was so good.
You're a YouTuber. You can have nap time every day.
No.
No.
Nah, dog. No. I live too structured of a life. I have no nap
That's
times.
true. You are very like regimented.
I take naps all the time.
You do.
Same.
Problem is, my naps very frequently turn into 8-hour sleep sessions.
I'm like a 4 to 6 hour sleep type of person.
4
So-
hours of sleep?
There's some days where I've got this.
What's wrong with you?
Oh no! What did I do?
Down there, Sparty.
There's a lot down here. So naps are like not for me. I like a good nap here and there, but sometimes, man, you wake up and you're like, what fucking year is it?
That's what happens when I take my 10-hour nap.
Or sometimes you take like those late summer afternoon naps that are like 1 part fever dream, sweaty escapades.
sweaty naps are worst.
You just wake up like, I've aged.
Rip Van Winkle style. You ever read that story?
Rip Van Winkle?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't we all? Like in elementary school?
I'm sure we didn't all.
Check your privilege, Indy.
So we
That was one of the
you
literature
checked
books. Like we had those literature books in elementary school that was like 50 damn stories put into one, and you either you read like an abridged, an excerpt, or a whole entire one, depending on how long it was.
Happy long stockings. Oh, shotgun. Oh, whoa, no, please.
Where? Oh, I was like, not in this room.
Oh, they're gonna hurt me. They're gonna hurt me. Don't let them hurt me.
I got you, baby.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. I bust a move like Swayze.
This route's one way.
You could call me Aaron Burr from the way I'm dropping Hamiltons.
Patrick Swayze at Darktide. Oh man, did I tell you, to both of you, that I saw the movie Roadhouse the first time over Christmas? It was
What's
fantastic. Oh man, one of the best. It's a movie that can only exist in the 80s. Because Patrick Swayze plays like a bouncer fixer. Like he goes to different bars and like
Kills
fixes them
everyone?
up. Not even that. Like he just goes and
right.
beats the shit out of everyone.
Alright, let's go.
It's like basically goes to like rough dive bars and like steps them up in quality. And like that's his thing. Like he just always is like going across the country from like bar to bar, getting in fights and getting stabbed and stuff like that. Again, only can exist in the 80s.
Mutants have gotten so jank, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's still happening to me. Make it stop.
See, this
Someone
is the
kill
problem
it.
with Indie Pride. He always exclaims when things like that are actual game mechanics.
Only when they unleash their Sharingans on me.
He was the Gordon Ramsay of bars of his time. Dude, 100%. You go in there. Dude, Gordon Ramsay memes always gets me.
The trapper is neutralized.
Sharingan.
Let's us hold over here, friends.
Like, he goes to one bar that just so happens to be connected to some rich crime syndicate thing. Like,
How did he die?
but he,
What'd you say? Did he have an ALS?
I can't remember. I thought he had cancer or something.
Maybe it's cancer. Don't recommend.
Yeah.
Cancer not fun.
Not for everyone, that's for sure. Although with the amount of like workout supplements I take, I can't wait to grow my third testicle.
That sounds like a good one.
Someone.
It's a gun team on the left.
There's a Gundam on the left.
It's a Gundam!
The tower here?
Pancreatic cancer is where you die from. Damn. No, thank you.
We shouldn't be fighting at all!
I love that Gundam Wing was so good. Hiro Yui, who's just like voice mismatched his body, who's just a small, lanky, skinny kid, and just had like the deepest, like angry, angsty anti-hero type voice.
They're very angsty. He was a very angsty character. What was your favorite Gundam of the OG5 and Wing?
Dude, Death Sight for sure.
Death Scythe was pretty sick.
Although
So it was Heavy Arms, Death Scythe, was it Double Zero or just Wing? Was it just Wing Gundam?
well, there's two. There's Wing Gundam, and then there's the other one. There's
Well,
Wing Zero.
Which one turns into Epion?
Wing Zero's computer makes Epion. And Epion's my favorite Gundam.
Epion's sick.
And dude, and I love Zex Marquis. He was so badass with his little half mask that he then takes off to become an elf.
What about Trey's Kushranada?
Dude, I love Trey's Kutranada's name. That is such a great name. And I also love like the intro to Gundam Wing. So it would be like a coup d'etat, where the Earth's Galactic Alliance does this and that, and like the announcer was so good about it.
There's an AMV for Wing that I think was like official. They used Just Communication, and the Just Communication AMV for Wing is like, I think maybe it might not have been just for Gundam Wing, it might have been for the movie. I can't remember what the movie was called. It was like oh, Endless Waltz. Endless
Waltz, yeah.
So freaking good, like just massive nostalgia every time I see that. Honestly, is that for any of the Toonami Toonami trailers, whenever Tom gets on screen and talks about like the Garlic Jr. saga or whatever, I get all sorts of hype.
Dude, I love that. Did you ever so that's what I was gonna say, Ty Vectus is
Tall Geese.
Tall Geese, when Trey's is manning him and like Trey's and Zex have like a face off. It's such a like heartstring tugging moment, dude. Like I love it.
Is Char Aznable not in Wing? Is he in the original like?
Zex is Char Aznable basically.
Okay, yeah.
He's not really, but like.
So Char's the OG. He was against Amuro Ray in like the original.
But like they're almost the exact same style of character. But it's not actually Char Aznable. Like, and that's further in the timeline.
Yeah, I had a game called what was it? Gundam.
I think I had the same one. Oh, that fire fucked me up in like 2 seconds flat.
It was. Oh, I should have healed. I'm not really paying attention. Yeah, you play as Amuro Ray. Oh yeah, PS2. Yeah, you play as Amuro Ray, but you could unlock so many different Gundams and mobile suits. It's whatever the original show was called, I think.
Mobile Suit Gundam Journey, Mobile Suit...
Journey to Jaburo, that's what it was.
There it is. Came out 2000.
That was a freaking good game.
The moment I hear the words, the year is after Colony 195, I get massive nostalgia.
The Earth Sphere Alliance rules with an iron fist.
Dude, I also love that name, the Earth Sphere Alliance. Like, that is such a great name. The colonies.
Swog's like, I can't relate because I'm not cool like you guys.
Oh, Swog. Have you not seen Gundam Wing? Just not.
You just don't know. You don't even know.
You just pagans. If you liked Gundam Wing, watch Gundam 00. It's basically...
I watched 00. Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah, and it's basically Gundam Wing retold in, I think it came out in 2006 or 2008.
It's not like Wing at all, unless we're talking about different shows.
Mind your step.
We probably were they called Gundam Meisters?
Meisters.
Because it's the same general principle of.
Is the captain who runs their ship a big titty anime waifu?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're probably talking about the same one.
It's the same general.
I don't think that was super common.
No, Gundam Seed is the more popular one of that era, and I don't like Seed. I think it was kind of boring. But Gundam, what's it called? 00 is very similar to Wing in its like storytelling and like premise of like the Gundams being from an organization that sits outside of both of the major ones and tries to like end war and stuff like that. Like
that one got pretty sad. A lot of the main characters ended up dying.
Dude, yeah, it's really like very Gundam Shonen. What do we think of the Brax Headhunter, guys? You've been watching it. What are your thoughts? Wormbite, dude, 100%. He said Gundam Seed Destiny turned off an entire generation of potential Gundam enjoyers. Dude, totally.
Which one was the one where they control their Gundams in a room, and they wear? Oh god, no, no!
Out of that.
And the main character has the fist that glows green, and he goes, I can't control Oni-chan, and then he like smashes people's heads in with his glowing green fist.
Not seen that one.
It's
G Gundam?
G Gundam, yeah, I think it's G Gundam.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I've only seen So I've seen Gundam Wing and Endless Waltz. I've seen Double O. I started Destiny back when you like the most reliable way to get. Goddamn, I pushed that. The most reliable way to get anime, aside from pirating it, was just to go buy the DVD at Best Buy and hope it was good. I bought Seed Destiny and it was shit. I was like, no. And then Iron Blooded Orphans was the most recent one I saw. Oh, and Unicorn. Both of those were really good.
I think I watched the first. I remember the animation Unicorn being really cool.
It's
and
great.
It kind of blended in like 3D elements.
And they also, it's the one that sits closest to the original Gundam as far as timeline and universe goes. So they're constantly talking about like the ghost of Shar Azabal and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool.
Oh yeah, so who was in Wing? It was Death Scythe, Heavy Arms, Sandrock.
Hiro Yui, and then you have
Shenlong,
what's his name?
Shenlong, Wing, or 00, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Epion, Tall Geese. Missing any?
You have the bots, but I think those are.
Yeah, the Zaku's. I don't know if they were still called Zaku's.
Oh my god, dude! 2 hits. Got there.
I didn't even actually watch that much Gundam, actually. I remember a surprising amount of it, considering that I haven't...
I think it was because it was like, it either came on before or after Dragon Ball Z. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
remember.
definitely...
And that's why I watched it. And it's like, I got home too late to watch it on its original airtime, so I'd watch it at 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. or some shit.
Toonami was so cool.
Yeah, dude. I watched the sign-off for in 2008 when they ended Toonami, and I was like, oof, got the tingles.
Yeah. That's not great. That's bad.
Yeah,
That's bad.
I'm trapped.
I'm trying to clear everything around him
I'm
so he doesn't
healing,
get
I'm
fucked up. Ah,
This sound is quite a relief.
I'm gonna go get him up.
Let's get back to it, Big Bang!